Good morning, everyone. How are we? Coming live from down here in Australia. Weather is gorgeous today. Bear with me while I connect over on my tablet to the group so that way I can see all your comments and be able to catch up with everybody that comes in. Hello, Jessica. How are you? Hi, Pippi. I'm just getting myself live over here on the tablet so that I can see everyone's comments so that way I can pay more attention over here than over here. Volume down, comments swiped across. Hi, Natalia. How are we? Just going live today for some small mini reads, completely free. If you want to read, just let me know. Hey, Stephanie. How are you? Oh, coffee. Thank you. It's actually going to be quite a warm one here today in Australia. It's getting to about, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to actually double check over here on my tablet, but I think we're going for 26 today and 30 tomorrow. So it's our warmest day in spring so far. Absolutely. I will happily give you a read, Stephanie. You are first. Right now it's actually 13 degrees, so it's going to start warming up very quickly in here. And I want everyone to know when I finish my lives here, I'm most likely going to be jumping straight onto my Instagram because I'm feeling very connected this morning, very full of energy. Have yourself a lovely night, Natalia. Sleep well and sweet dreams. All right, Stephanie. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to draw just 2 cards for everyone. And that's essentially going to be like the last time I did my small mini read. Today's issue and today's it's the conflict and then the resolution, essentially. So for the next 24 to 48 hours, this here is just going to help us get an understanding of what's going to happen and how we can resolve it. Oh, wow. I will definitely get onto the reading for you so you can get yourself straight to bed. But before I did, just wanted to let you know this morning, I had my butcher bird that I sing to every morning came inside and tried to eat my fish through the aquarium this morning because I slept with the shed door open, and he decided to take his opportunity to jump on in. Alright, so let's get down to this for you, Stephanie. So we've got the 8 of Swords upright, and then we've got the 4 of Pentacles reversed. This here is telling me right now you've got to stand strong and you've got to stand impetuous, and you've got to let go of those burdens. That there's these things that are not helping you. So the 4 of Pentacles is showing me that, hey Jared, the 4 of Pentacles when it's reversed is showing me that you're not very grounded in your decisions right now and you're not very grounded in speaking your truth. The 8 of Swords is showing you that you need to stand strong and speak your truth. So the next 24 to 48 hours is the potentiality of having to say what you need to say, and don't be afraid to say what you need to say because you need to stand your ground. And I need to get my live back up over here on Facebook. There we go. Now I can see everyone's comments. So if that resonates, let me know. If not, I'm more than happy to draw another card, but I'm also definitely getting some work-related issues as well. I'm feeling that you've potentially got a client or something that you need to say what you need to say to them. And that's not a bad thing because we can't always help everybody. That's why there are many readers and many healers and many people out there for other people to go to. We can't help everybody. Hello, Jade Taylor. So if anyone else wants a read, feel free to just ask. I'm going to be doing small mini reads this morning, just 2 cards. One is just the issue of today and then the resolution. So it's just a very simple 2-card pull. And if you've also got any questions, feel free to ask them as well. I'm happy to answer anything. I'm coming here this morning, first thing, with my coffee. It's not even 8 o'clock. Just wanted to share my morning coffee with you all. And catch a lot of you before you run off to bed, because over in Britain, it's quite late, I'm assuming, and a lot of you would be getting ready for bed. Oh. It really does. You know what? Yes, the time zones have pretty much completely flipped now. Morning for me, night for you. We've done the full 24-hour swap. Absolutely, Jane. I'll draw some cards. Hello, Rebecca. I saw your like. Good to see you in the chat. If you feel like you want a card pulled as well, just ask. Anyone can get in this morning. There is no list. Because I've been doing this for a while now, I'm definitely getting over my anxiety. So I don't feel the need to come into these lists pre-prepared. And I'm more than happy just to jump in and let it go. Absolutely. Party, party. All right, Jane. So the two cards that I'm drawing for you today is the Nine of Swords reversed and the Two of Swords. This here is telling me stay home. Stay home. It is okay to dwell upon yourself. Today is all about you. When the Nine of Swords is coming up, it's saying you need to reflect on yourself. You need to pull yourself in and you need to give yourself a big hug is what I'm getting. And the Two of Swords is showing me, this is your resolution. It's showing me that you have the control. You are completely in control. So that is 11:30 p.m. I do believe. Yes. But yeah, so as I was saying, Jane, the Nine of Swords is saying it's okay, sit down with that cup of tea, sit down with that cup of hot chocolate, and just sit with yourself. You don't have to do much. You don't have any expectations outside of what is given. And that is, when I say that, I mean, if you've got work, go to work. If you've got an obligation you need to do, go do that obligation. However, outside of those obligations, sit with yourself, be with yourself. You are allowed to sit with yourself. I'm getting a very strong resonance lately with a lot of the readings is we've all got to take some more time for ourselves. We don't take enough time for ourselves. And this here is saying you are in control of your own time outside of your obligations. So in the next 24 to 48 hours, spirit and energy is just telling me, be with yourself. And if someone wants your time and you don't want to give it to them, you don't have to give it to them. The Nine of Swords is showing me that you need to just be with yourself. As you can see with this woman here, she's sitting on the bed. She's sitting there. This card here is a card of anxiety, but at the same time, she's sitting there and she's reflecting. And I feel like that's what you need to do. And it's a perfect time to do it. Good morning, sis. How are you? So with that, I hope that that's resonated. If not, I'm more than happy to draw another card for you. But if it's resonated, just let me know. So with that, I'm going to start shuffling now and getting ready for anyone else who would like a card pull. There is no list today, so if you want your cards pulled, just ask, and I'm more than happy to pull 2 cards for you. Miss you too. I will call you after my live, sissy. Easy, easy, easy. So I'm going to pull 2. You are very welcome, Jane. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. For everybody that's on this live, I am available for one-on-one sessions. I have my diary here next to me if you want to get in for any appointments. And being in Australia, I understand that a lot of you are over in the UK and a lot of you are over in the US. I am more than happy to do a late shift for you. All right, sis, the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, both are reversed. So what this here is telling me is zip it. I know what you're like. I know exactly what you're like. And I don't think I have to explain what I'm saying when I say that you need to just and throw the key away just for 24 hours. Just for the day, I want you, and Spirit wants you to listen and not speak. Because if you do, your resolution ends up being the Nine of Pentacles. So this card here is a great card of happiness and joy. However, when this is reversed, I know you, and I don't have to say this, and you know exactly what I'm going to say, sis. Your words can be very venomous at times. I absolutely love you, and I love your brute and blunt honesty, but it is not needed today. It is not needed today. So I don't know what's going on for you today. I'll find out after this live. But right now, you just need to zip it. Spirit is very strongly saying zip it. So I hope that's resonated. If anyone else wants to pull please just jump on in, ask for some cards. We will definitely speak about this afterwards then, if you definitely know what I'm on about. But yes, just remember, I want you to listen today, sis, and I don't want you to speak up. You speak up all the time. Today is your day to listen. All right, Kristen, all right. 2 cards that I've drawn for you is the Empress Upright. So this, when the Empress shows herself, everything that you do, you will achieve if you put your mind to it. The Empress is showing me that you have great emotional capacity within you. Go see a loved one. Go see your friends. Go see your family. Don't lock yourself up in your house. Unless, of course, All right. I am very, very, very sorry about everybody. My Wi-Fi just completely dropped out. So as I was saying, Kristen, this card here is... And I am getting all of my chats back. This card here is showing me that you need to sit with yourself, like you need to go see some family. You have great emotional empathy. You have great energy about you. Sorry everyone, having slight technical issues right now. Spirit is definitely really, 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 really wanting to get this message across to you, Kristen. So, as I was saying, Kristen, if you're still there, I'm going to try and tag you back here. If no, I can't seem to tag you. Is anyone able to tag Kristen? I'm having a slight tech issues right now, but Spirit really wants to get this message across. It's saying that you are a very powerful woman. You have to just have all of that love and empathy in your world. Today is all about happiness. It's all about joy for you. It's all about looking at things and not looking into things. The Empress wants you to look at the bright side of things today. It wants you to look at that bee. It wants you to look at that flower. It wants you to remind yourself of the child that you used to be. And to be able to do that, so the card that I'm going to draw for you now, so this is essentially the obstacle. I am so sorry about that. But yes, so as I was saying, if you missed that first little bit of that, the Empress is saying that you have all of the emotional empathy to get everything that you want done today. It's saying that you are happy, you are joyful. Even if you don't feel it right now, you have the capacity to feel that today. The Empress also wants you to look at things as they are, not what you think they are. The Empress is all about seeing things for who they truly are and seeing yourself for who you truly are. So with that message, the Empress wants you to literally go outside. Observe the flowers, observe the bees, observe the sunset, observe the forest, observe the woods. Pay attention to the things that you don't look at, because they're the things that remind you of being a child again. That's very much the message I'm getting right now, is be a child. Be a child for the next 24 to 48 hours. Who cares? Be happy, be you, be proud. And this is how you're going to do it. So the first one is just the energy, and this is your, essentially how you're going to overcome it. And it's the card of justice. So having the card of justice and the card of Empress showing me is stay true to yourself. You want to be happy? Be happy. You have all of the capacity within yourself for the next 24 to 48 hours and for the rest of your life, is just be happy. Yes, I could hear him, and I forget that all of you guys can hear the gorgeous Peppy. Peppy is my Australian Araucana rooster. Best. So as I was saying, your obstacle is the card of justice. There is no obstacle for you today. Speak your mind, act freely, act clearly. You have all of the energy that you require today. Take it in. So I hope that that's resonated. If not, I'm more than happy, like I've said for everybody else, to draw another card for you. If not, then I'm glad that that's resonated. And if anyone else would like to get in on these card pulls, just let me know. Hi, buddy. Give him a big hug for me. You are so welcome. And as I said earlier today, I'm available for anybody watching this live now or on catch up for one-on-one private sessions. My diary is next to me. As I also said, after this live, I will be going onto Instagram for a little bit for all of my Instagram followers. And then after that, I will be calling you Umi because need to catch up. But yeah, how is everyone's night going? How is everyone's day going? And does anyone have any questions that they'd like to ask me? Anything that they want to know about me? Anything they want to know about my craft? What it is I do? Where I live? What it is that I do with where I live? Because I do live on 388 acres of conservation land. All private, all family owned by my family. And yeah, in my own little tiny home. This is my studio. This is where all the magic happens, as many would say. And when I say magic, I mean ritual tools, everybody. Ritual tools, readings, all the good kind of magic in life. Absolutely. I built this house with my very own 2 hands. I did have assistance from friends and family because one person can't build all of this by themselves. It would be terribly difficult, especially with the medical conditions that I have. But I did build this house with my very own hands and the hands of many of my friends. They all helped contribute to this. But the best thing is, this house has actually been very affordable because all of it is upcycled, including this shed. Everything here is secondhand. That bed behind me, the loft, is actually my 2 single beds from when I was a child. Single bunk beds for me and my siblings because I'm one of 11 children. So I converted the 2 single beds by combining them together to create a king-size bed. And free of charge. And I now have a gorgeous loft. Everything here, the shed, my exterior parts of the house are all upcycled. I have a combination home, which is a greenhouse / pallet built construction. And it means I can grow absolutely anything, anywhere, all year round. And I'll be able to eat my own fruit from my very own ceiling in the coming year. And you will all get to watch it slowly evolve as the vines, including inside, start to grow over these trellises here. I'm going to be training ivy to grow along them. The spiritual library. Those top 3 shelves are full of spiritual and metaphysical books. The bottom shelf is full of fiction. However, it is fiction based on the metaphysics. Therefore, it's still technically a spiritual... You can still use a lot of those books in that lower shelf for actual metaphysical research because it does have a lot of connotations and truth behind the fiction stories. So does anyone else on the live, would they like to get in and have a lovely reading? If not, do you have any questions? If not, how is your afternoon going? Tell me all a little about your night and what you plan to get up to. The butcher bird's back, if anyone can hear that. The lovely little bugger tried to steal my fish this morning by coming inside. Literally flew in through my walls because, as I was saying, half my house is built by pallets. And he flew in through my walls, came in my front door, and was right here on the desk trying to eat Poseidon over here. So this is the lovely little Poseidon and his aquarium. It's just a tiny... So a butcher bird is literally... It's like a cross between a kookaburra and a magpie. So they're not a large bird, and they sound majestic. However, they're called a butcher bird for a reason. So the Australian butcher bird literally goes around with its prey, and this is going to be horrible for anyone to hear this, and I am so terribly sorry. But what the butcher bird does is he sometimes will grab a stick, or a hole in a tree, and with his prey, he will actually stuff it or stab it onto it and leave it there to dry out a little bit before he comes back and eats it. Essentially like a butcher would be leaving their sausages and their metwursts and their salamis to hang from the ceiling. Thank you. No. He's only literally about this big, and he's absolutely gorgeous. But what they do is absolutely horrendous when they kill their prey. They literally just leave it pinned to trees, inside holes, and all of that sort of stuff, only to come back for it later if something hasn't come back to do it. Literally a butcher bird in all senses of the word. Australian creatures can sometimes be horribly cruel. Thank you. Yeah, I'll put you back on the tank for a little bit. So there's actually a very important role that my lovely friend Poseidon here plays in my craft in helping me connect for all of you guys. So I base my practices very much on an earth-based religion and an earth-based spirituality viewpoint of things. So I often use the elements in my practices: earth, wind, fire, water, and spirit. This tank here with my lovely, gorgeous friend Poseidon, who was actually named by the lovely Australian warlock who I went live with earlier this week. I created a public poll for all of my followers online, and he came up with the name Poseidon, and it was part of a 4 list, and the community picked his name. But as I was saying, so Poseidon here in this tank allows me to have the elements of water to connect with, to help me connect, stay balanced, and stay focused during my sessions. Space too has been absolutely phenomenal for my craft, and I feel like it's definitely helped with my anxiety and all of that sort of stuff when it comes to my readings, because I feel much more connected, because I've got my elemental spiritual water right next to me as I'm doing. I am so sorry. I do believe my connection dropped out again. I'm not having very good internet issues. I'm not having very good internet this morning. Tell me if I'm back, everybody. I greatly apologize for dropping out again. Just gonna feed the lovely Poseidon. Hi Lorna, how are we this morning? Hope we're doing well. So as I was saying before for everybody, Lorna, I'm doing a simple going to move over here. So I'm going to move location and hope that that makes it a little easier for everybody. I'm going to sit in the rocking chair right next to the fire. Let me know, everybody, do I have a much better connection here? Because for some reason I just kept dropping out over there and it was absolutely bugging me. I'm going to have to go reset my Wi-Fi soon, but currently right now I am live with you all on Facebook, and that is more important. Let me just grab my coffee, however, though, because that is also very important. So right now, I am sitting you, actually, so as I was going before, so I've got Poseidon over here, who is my lovely element for water. Right behind me, I have my lovely scorpion tank, and here is actually my element of earth. So I have a full planted aquarium with a lovely scorpion in it too, to add natural resonance and energy to help me bring in the elements of the earth. However, also because of my practice, plants as well. So I use them as a combination of both water and earth elemental magic, because all plants consist of both. Just like when working with humans and other people around us, we can actually draw on a human, because in a human we have all of the elements. We've got the wheel of fire, we have water, which we consist of at least 80%. That is absolutely peppy. I've only got the one rooster now because his brother lives at my mother's. Then we've also got spirit. Bugger. So we've got, so when working with humans, they also have spirit. They also have, so they've got wheel of fire, spirit, water, because we consist of a lot of water, earth, because of where